Hey guys, this is Michael with Quiet Lawn. I wanted to show you our new mobile charging setup that I just finished working on. Talked about this in other videos. In the past, mostly what we've done is just get enough batteries for each tool to last through the day, and we charge everything at night. As we grow, I more want to move towards having a larger charging setup on the go with fewer small batteries for the tools. The reason is, if you look at a typical Ego battery or Greenworks or most of the other batteries, they usually only have 1 year, maybe 2 or 3 year commercial warranties. And it's just not very, it's just not very cost effective to have to replace your batteries every year or two due to failure. But by going with a larger on-the-go charging setup where you have one big, lithium-ion battery and an inverter, and you charge, fewer small batteries with those, it becomes a lot more cost-effective because typical warranties on these larger batteries are 5 to 10 years. I know one company even has an 11-year warranty. So instead of having to buy, for example, an Ego mower with 10 batteries to get you through the day, you might only need to buy 2 or 3 because you're able to charge those as you go. As you're using one battery, the other one can be on the charger in your vehicle. But this is the setup we went with. This battery is actually from our Mean Green Stalker, our Mean Green mower. We don't use it anymore. I've talked about in several other videos why we switched to a different mowing setup with our Priuses and push mowers. But we had these batteries. They're very nice batteries. I believe they're 7 kilowatt hour. They might even be 11. I'll have to see. I don't know which model this is. But one of these batteries is more than enough to get us all through the day with all of our tools. So all I did was I took this 48 volt battery that we already had. If you don't have this, you can purchase a 48 volt battery, probably for $2,000 to $4,000, depending on the side. Probably for this much, this many watt hours, you're probably going to be in the $3,000 to $4,000 range, maybe more. But all I did was take this battery that we have. I fabricated a Y connection so that I could connect this to both the inverter I have here and to the Mean Green charger to charge this overnight. Let me show you the inverter that we ended up getting, and I'll put a link to this in the description below. But this is one that was recommended to me by Dan and Ronnie with Electron in Florida. They use this same inverter with their mobile charging setup, and it was very important for me to have an inverter that would be able to handle the extreme heat we have here. And they're even hotter and more humid in Florida. So this is the one we went with. I was looking at some ones that were much more expensive, but people told me they couldn't handle the heat as well. And ironically, this one, which is, I think, about $400 or so. They've been using it for a couple seasons, and they say they haven't had any issues. But it's a 3,000 watt inverter. I think continuous wattage, probably around 1,000. You wouldn't want to push that. So with this, I can probably charge 2 to 3 batteries at a time. I'm only going to run 2 chargers on it. So we can constantly be cycling through batteries throughout the day. But I'm going to be putting this in one of the Priuses here in the next few days, and we're going to test it out, see how it does on the go, see how it handles the heat. We did make some other improvements to our Priuses to help reduce the heat. Added ceramic tint to the windows, which is supposed to drastically reduce the amount of heat going in there, because my number one concern is these batteries sitting in a hot car that's 110, 120 degrees in the middle of the day. I don't want this stuff overheating. But this is what we went with. Like I said, I'll link to this in the description below. It came with everything you needed. It came with the cables and connectors and everything. Like I said, this is our setup. This is what we're going to start using. And I'll, let you guys know how it goes after we get, a month or 2 of use.